Hey, welcome to another pad video. We're going to show you a water pump job on this 2012 Volkswagen Tiguan. Vehicle was brought in. This actually was our once-over vehicle, so you watch our once-over vehicle, you'll see it, but for a coolant leak. So we want to show you, I've got the old water pump off. The water pump was the culprit of the coolant leak. This is where it bolts to, right here. These two passages under the intake manifold. This is the old water pump. It is belt driven by an intermediate shaft right down here, and there'll be another gear there with a belt, right? So it's belt driven. This is the factory or original water pump to the car. It's plastic, and you can see right here over time with heat and stress, see how the plastic is broken apart, allowing this seal to come loose and deform. So once that plastic broke out, this seal deformed, allowing coolant to bypass externally and not causing this coolant leak. So this is the culprit of the coolant leak. So what do we do to fix it? We replace the water pump as a whole, but this new water pump, updated, new and improved, aluminum housing. See the aluminum housing. So this aluminum right here will never break apart or deform under heat or stress, causing this seal to leak coolant. So this is the new route to take. Rather than putting a separate or an additional plastic pump in there, we're going to put an aluminum pump. And we'll show you some more, little more video once we get it all back together, better explaining how it's belt driven. All right, so we're going to show you now. We got the water pump installed on this 2.0 liter Volkswagen. Got our new water pump installed. Belt cover is back on. Here's the belt that we took off with the old pump. So we got a new belt, new water pump. As we mentioned earlier, aluminum housing water pump should not be giving any more problems. We got our injectors back in place. The next step is going to be put the intake manifold and get it all back together. So one last thing I want to show you guys is we're going to recommend to this client a gasoline direct injection service, or a GDI service. See if you can see the back of these intake valves. See all the carbon buildup on them? Well, that's what we're going to try to rid of and clean up with that GDI service. So we have a separate video on that showing the ins and outs of a GDI service before and after. But this is an example of a 2-liter turbo Volkswagen water pump service and why we replace them. Thanks for watching another pad video. We'll catch you next time.